guys, today's story is called Why Mosquitos Buzz in People's Ears by Verna Ardema. And this book is going to keep going along with our folktales unit, exploring Porcoy tales. And it's going to be teaching us a lesson, but it's also going to try to explain the reason why mosquitoes buzz in people's ears. So if you think back to our story last week, that was explaining why a certain flower grew in certain parts of the world. Our story this week is going to explain something different. So you might notice a pattern throughout these books that they're explaining why something in nature happens the way that it does. So this book is also a Caldecott Medal winner, which basically just means that it is an award-winning book. A lot of the illustrations in this book, as you notice, are going to look a little bit different than some of the illustrations that you've seen in other books, and that is the reason for this Caldecott Medal. They're recognizing the book illustrations. Those pictures are by Leo and Diane Dillon. So this is a West African tale. One morning, a mosquito saw an iguana drinking at a water hole. The mosquito said, "Iguana, you will never believe what I saw yesterday." "Try me," said the iguana. The mosquito said, "I saw a farmer digging yams that were almost as big as I am." "What's a mosquito compared to a yam?" snapped the iguana grumpily. "I'd rather be deaf than listen to such nonsense." Then he stuck 2 sticks in his ears and went off, mack, 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 through the reeds. The iguana was still grumbling to himself when he happened to pass by a python. The big snake raised his head and said, "Good morning, iguana." The iguana did not answer, but lumbered on, bobbing his head, bottom. "Now, why won't he speak to me?" said the python to himself. Iguana must be angry about something. I'm afraid he's plotting some mischief against me." He began looking for somewhere to hide. The first likely place he found was a rabbit hole, and in it he went, wasawusu, wasawusu, wasawusu. But then the rabbit saw the big snake coming into her burrow, and she was terrified. She scurried out through her back way and bounded crick, crick, crick across a clearing. A crow saw the rabbit running for her life. He flew into the forest, crying, "Caw, caw, caw!" It was his duty to spread the alarm in case of danger. A monkey heard the crow. He was sure that some dangerous beast was prowling near. He began screeching and leaping, "Gilly willy," through the trees to help warn the other animals. As the monkey was crashing through the treetops, he happened to land on a dead tree limb. It broke and fell on an owl's nest, killing one of the owlets. Mother Owl was not at home, for though she usually hunted only in the night, this morning she was still out searching for one more tidbit to satisfy her hungry babies. When she returned to the nest, she found one of them dead. Her other children told her that the monkey had killed it. All that day and all that night she sat in her tree, so sad, so sad, so sad. Now it was Mother Owl who woke the sun each day so that the dawn could come, but this time, when she should have hooted for the sun, she did not do it. The night grew longer and longer. The animals of the forest knew it was lasting much too long. They feared that the sun would never come back. At last, King Lion called a meeting of the animals. They came and sat down, pim, 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 around a council fire. Mother Owl did not come, so the antelope was sent to fetch her. When she arrived, King Lion asked, "Mother Owl, why have you not called the sun? The night has lasted long, 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 and everyone is worried." Mother Owl said, "Monkey killed one of my owlets. Because of that, I cannot bear to wake the sun." The king said to the gathered animals, "Did you hear? It was the monkey who killed the owlet, and now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that day can come." And so if you look closely right here, this is what they think happened. But is that really what happened? Then King Lion called the monkey. He came before him, nervously glancing from side to side. Rim, 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 rim. "Monkey," said the king, "why did you kill one of Mother Owl's babies?" "Oh, king," said the monkey, It was the crow's fault. He was calling and calling to warn us of danger, and I went leaping through the trees to help. A limb broke underneath me, and it fell, ta, on the owl's nest. The king said to the council, "So, it was the crow who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet. And now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that the day can come." Then the king called for the crow. That big bird came flapping up. He said, "King Lion, it was the rabbit's fault. I saw her running for her life in the daytime. Wasn't that reason enough to spread an alarm?" The king nodded his head and said to the council, "So, it was the rabbit who startled the crow, who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet. And now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that the day can come." Then King Lion called the rabbit. The timid little creature stood before him, one trembling paw drawn up uncertainly. "Rabbit," cried the king, "why did you break a law of nature and go running in the daytime?" "Oh, king," said the rabbit, "it was the python's fault. I was in my house minding my own business when that big snake came in and chased me out." The king said to the council, "So, it was the python who scared the rabbit, who startled the crow, who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet. And now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that the day can come." King Lion called the python, who came slithering, wasawusu, wasawusu, past the other animals. "But king," he cried, "it was the iguana's fault. He wouldn't speak to me, and I thought he was plotting some mischief against me. When I crawled into the rabbit's hole, I was only trying to hide." The king said to the council, "So, it was the iguana who frightened the python, who scared the rabbit, who startled the crow, who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet. And now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that the day can come." Now the iguana was not at the meeting, for he had not heard the summons. The antelope was sent to fetch him. All the animals laughed when they saw the iguana coming, batamin, with the sticks still stuck in his ears. King Lion pulled out the sticks, prup, prup. Then he asked Iguana, "What evil have you been plotting against the python?" "None, none at all," cried the iguana. "Python is my friend." "Then why wouldn't you say good morning to me?" demanded the snake. "I didn't hear you or even see you," said the iguana. "Mosquito told me such a big lie I couldn't bear to listen to it, so I put sticks in my ears." "No," laughed the lion. "So that's why you had sticks in your ears." "Yes," said the iguana, "it was the mosquito's fault." King Lion said to the council, "So, it was the mosquito who annoyed the iguana, who frightened the python, who scared the rabbit, who startled the crow, who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet. And now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that the day can come." "Punish the mosquito! Punish the mosquito!" cried all the animals. When Mother Owl heard that, she was satisfied. She turned her head toward the east and hooted, "Hoo! Hoo! Hoo!" And the sun came up. Meanwhile, the mosquito had listened to it all from a nearby bush. She crept under a curly leaf stem and was never found and brought before the council. But because of this, the mosquito has a guilty conscience. To this day, she goes about whining in people's ears, "Zee, is everyone still angry at me?" When she does that, she gets an honest answer. Kapow! So, there were several lessons that we can learn from this story. So the first one would be that it's important to tell the truth and not exaggerate, because if Mosquito had just told the truth in the first place, the iguana never would have put his sticks in the ears and never would have scared the python, who alarmed the rabbit, and so on and so forth. Another one would be that our actions do affect others. So every single action that was made by one of those animals it affected another animal and caused a reaction from them. You've probably seen that happen in your class before. One person does something, which makes another person do something, which makes another person do something. You may have seen it at home with your siblings, or maybe even with your parents. You might have seen that like on a sports team or something like that before. So that's definitely something I think most of us can relate to, is that your actions affect other people. Another one can be that one misunderstanding can have major consequences, and that just refusing to listen might lead to a misunderstanding. So if somebody needs to talk to you, even if it's something that you don't want to hear, should you just shove sticks in your ears and run away? Look what happened because of that. Okay, so you got to really think, how should I handle this situation? Is it really something that I should just completely walk away from? Or should I maybe listen so that I can find out the truth and handle this situation in a good way? Okay, because those misunderstandings do have consequences. So that's part of your 7 habits, is seek first to understand and then be understood. So think about that. If the iguana hadn't shoved sticks in his ears and walked away and I'd simply talked to the mosquito about it, none of that stuff would have happened. So you got to really think about how your actions will affect others in real life. So that is our book for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And I hope that the next time you have a mosquito buzzing in your ear, you think of this fun little book.